What's going on, YouTube? Culturedog Sam Hatch back with another update video. And I showed you my laserdisc in the last video, and I figured I'd throw down some of the other stuff I got. Mostly CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, and a couple other random ancillary items. Been hitting the flea markets hard, and just a couple other random things. So we'll tear through. Hopefully I can make this as quickly as possible. What did I grab? I got, this is going back actually a few months, but new Faith No More album, Sol Invictus. I've been waiting for this since 1996, so quite some time, almost 20 years. It was definitely worth the 19-year wait. Just as good as Album of the Year, and really, really catchy. Takes a few listens for it to really work its way into your brain, but was happy to grab that, and really cool artwork on there as well. Man, waited the same amount of time for this band to reunite. Man, their album from 96, I think it was 96 or 97, Fantastic Planet, is amazing. It's one of my favorite albums of the 90s. And they did reunite. Failure, The Heart is a Monster, is their newest release, and it was totally worth it. It actually kind of picks up right where the last album left off, with all the cool like inter-song segues, etc. And just as like beefy and crushing as their old stuff was, but also equally as catchy. So very happy to have Failure back in my life. They're actually on tour, and I'm hoping to catch them sometime soon. I also just grabbed a lot of stuff for $1 at the bins at the flea market when I was tearing through. This, man, I hadn't heard this in a while. Every song is pretty much a car commercial from the 90s. Crystal Method Vegas, good stuff. And, if you've heard the opening theme to Bones, you've heard Crystal Method. Or if you were around in the 90s and saw any car commercial, you know the Crystal Method. Pretty normal stuff here, but I had never picked this up. The live Nirvana album from the Muddy Banks of the Wishkah. And good stuff. Pretty raunchy. I like it. This I had a digital of, but never actually had the CD. And it's kind of weird thinking about it now, because Tim Lambesis of As I Lay Dying in this band is now, I think, still doing time in prison for attempting to hire a hitman to kill his wife. So really creepy stuff. But Austrian Death Machine, Total Brutal. It's great stuff. One of two bands that does Arnold Schwarzenegger related metal, the other one being Arnocore. And this one takes story ideas from all of his films, and there's an Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonator doing inter-song bits and skits and stuff like that. So they've got 3 albums, and it's worth picking them all up. So what else did I grab? I went shopping in Salem, Massachusetts. I go up there every once in a while. There's a cool comic shop up there called Harrison's, and a bunch of stuff. And I hit a record store up there and grabbed this Radiohead promo interview CD from the Hail to the Thief era. I'd never had it before, never even ran across it, so wicked psyched to pick that up. And, I also got this. My friend Dan sent this to me. Comedian Dan Cummins from the West Coast. He usually comes through my state at the end of the year. In fact, I think he'll be here in a couple months. But he has a new disc out called Chinese Affection, and a digital-only disc, which is pretty cool. I bought it on Amazon, and he did a little promo thing. It said, the first 50 people or whatever that posted a positive review on Amazon would get one of the very few actual pressings that he had for promo. So I got one of these suckers from Dan, so cheers. Thanks, brother. You can also catch him on the Playboy Morning Show, and if you have the Playboy channel, check that out. This also counts as CD and Blu-ray. I've been dragging my heels on picking it up because so many great metal Blu-ray / DVD combo releases lately, and I'm always hunting for the Blu-ray version. But I got an Amazon gift card from work and said, I'm going to blow this on some Swedish gent, and I picked up Meshuggah, the Ophidian Trek. Really, really cool live release. 2 CDs and 1 Blu-ray. Really technical, intense, cool stuff. And what else did I get recently? Ooh, I got some Jeff Buckley. This semi-legitimate version of one of his performances on WFMU FM from Uppsala College in, October of 1992. Jeff Buckley, Dreams of the Way We Were. And, this is seems kind of like almost bootleggish. I do have a great double disc actual bootleg of all of his WFMU Music Faucet performances, and that's really amazing stuff. If you've got the Live at Chennai disc, it's like that same time period, and one of the things I'm excited about here is he does a cover of Elton John's Curtains, which is actually one of my favorite Jeff Buckley performances, but it's not really that easily found. So that was worth picking up. I do have some more Jeff Buckley too, but that was gotten at a separate occasion, so I'll save that. And what else did I grab? Actually, no, that was the same occasion. I had a bit of a bachelor day, and one of the things that they dragged me out to do was record shopping. So that's a pretty cool bachelor party. And one of the things I found in a $3 used bin was this, I believe it's a European, because it's promoting a bunch of shows in all across Europe. A Grace EP from Jeff Buckley. And of course I've got all this stuff on numerous different incarnations, but I didn't have this particular release. It's got an edit of Grace, Tongue, which is a really cool kind of straight to tape, kind of live improv performance. Kangaroo, the long, super long rockin' cover there, and Grace, the full version. So yeah, I was definitely excited to grab this sucker. And I also got, finally, been dragging my heels on getting this sucker too, and I don't see it in record stores often. I even thought you had to buy this on CD from the website, but John Carpenter's Lost Themes, it's fantastic. It's not actually songs from forgotten movies or anything. It's all newer stuff John Carpenter did with Cody Carpenter and Daniel Davies, but it's 9 tracks. It's really cool. Sounds like Goblin a lot of times, which is really neat, and really love it. It's got that John Carpenter vibe. And speaking of Goblin, I picked up Goblin Rebirth. So yep, the guys in Goblin have banded back together again. Have a new release out on Relapse, and it's cool. It's got like a little concept storyline that goes along, and inside, it gives you all the info about that. And really, really good sounding stuff. And what else did I grab? Oh, local band, Undercliff, friends of mine, and really, really good stuff. Only 3 tracks, but I saw it at the record store and figured I'd pick that up. And I think you can find them online, Undercliff on Facebook or Reverb Nation. I also just picked up the new Lamb of God, Sturm und Drang, but I didn't get the limited edition Digipack. I didn't even realize that was out, so I probably have to go pick that up again. It's controversial because Randy Blythe is starting to sing a little bit. This thing I was also dragging my heels at because I wanted to get the limited edition Digipack, and I'm poor, so I finally pulled the trigger and got At the Gates, At War with Reality. Of course, I had a digital a while ago. Actually, I was just thinking, I did an interview with Thomas Lindberg from At the Gates, and I've been meaning to post that on my other channel, House of Zaz, and I have to do that. This one's cool. It comes with a few bonus tracks, and comes with a patch for my jean jacket, which I don't have, but I should get a jean jacket and put that in there. So, super happy to get that. And I also got in the mail a compilation, well, not in the mail, from a friend of mine who delivered it to me, but the newest For the Headbangers compilation. Super psyched to be on that. My band Sever the Drama was selected to be on here. We were on last year's compilation too, but these are usually handed out at Mayhem Festival, Warped Tour, and I think right now the Slipknot Lamb of God tour. So yeah, we were psyched to be on it the 2nd year in a row. Our song The Horizons on here, and Agnostic Front, Jamie Josta, who owns Hateware, puts that together from Hatebreed. That's his company. Cold Chamber, Cavalera Conspiracy, Soilwork, Moonspell, Corpaclani, Unleashed. And some great local bands from my neck of the woods too, like Fear the Masses and Kalima and Dead by Wednesday. So if you want a copy of this, let me know. Maybe I can make that happen for you. All right, moving on to DVD and Blu-rays, but we'll keep it music related. While I was in that same shop in Salem, Massachusetts, I found a sealed copy of this. One of the few things left to complete my Lacuna Coil collection. Bam! So I finally grabbed this. This is actually from quite a few years ago. Visual Karma, so 2008, kind of around the Karma Code time period. But big fan of Lacuna Coil. They actually selected my band to open for them in Hartford when they came through last year. So very cool. Andrea is a really, really good guy. Had a chance to talk with him a bunch of times, and really down to earth and cool. Really into horror movies and stuff like that. Fun guy to talk to. So love to support those guys and gal. This I'd been meaning to get for a long time. I'd seen it locally in a store and really wanted to pick it up, and then forgot about it. And then Amazon had it on sale for $5, so I had to get it. It's kind of like a counterpart companion piece to the Get Thrashed documentary, talking about the early days of thrash metal. But it's Rat Skates, Born in the Basement. And Rat Skates, also known as Lee Kundrat, was a drummer from the band Overkill on the East Coast. And this kind of gets into the story of how that band came to be from another band called the Lubricants, and talks about the Dead Boys and a lot of kind of early punk and thrash luminaries, and is very, very cool. It's a really awesome companion piece if you've seen Get Thrashed and you like, or if you're into metal or anything like that, pick that up. Speaking of metal, I also finally grabbed a copy of this. I was hoping a Blu-ray would come out because I actually saw a digital screener copy of it and it looked really good, but I figured I'd settle for the double DVD, Lamb of God as the Palaces Burn. Really fascinating documentary, even if you don't like metal or music at all. It's a fascinating documentary about the lead singer, Randy Blythe, when he was in Czechoslovakia in, I believe, originally 2010, or maybe it was a few years. I think it was 2010 was when the concert happened, and then they went back to Prague a couple of years later, and the entire band was arrested and held and detained because apparently a fan had died 2 years before, and the prosecutors were saying that the band maliciously, and later specifically Randy, maliciously pushed him off the stage with the intent to kill him. So it turns into a fascinating legal situation and courtroom drama, essentially, docudrama in the Czechoslovakian courts. And Randy had the chance to run away a couple times and never took it. So really fascinating stuff. Also, when I was in Salem, I hit Harrison's Comics and Collectibles. Picked up a couple Blu-rays that apparently had just been thrown on the shelf. I got the extended edition of Cowboys and Aliens. Wasn't amazing, but it's a cool guilty pleasure. I really like that flick. This one is, man, this is like a watch it at 2 in the morning or maybe 3 in the morning kind of film, and just let your mind melt. Some Dave McKean and Neil Gaiman work. Mirror Mask. Actually saw this in the theater back in the day, and it's pretty trippy stuff. Definitely worth a revisit. I finally picked this up. Been meaning to get it for a while. Still haven't watched it yet, but Silent Hill Revelation. I was actually a fan of, 2/3 of the first film, so I figured it was worth checking out for a couple bucks. Likewise, this is another guilty pleasure. It's got Ben Kingsley. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal as an Arab, and Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. You know what? It's kind of fun. So I got this big monster Blu-ray DVD digital copy, 8-track cassette multi-pack. This I got on a Best Buy sale. They had a bunch of music discs for like $3 or $5. I think it was $3, something stupid like that. And I've been dragging my heels on getting this ever since it was released in 2010. Wow, I am a total slacker, even with bands I love. But the classic albums series of Rush for 2112 and Moving Pictures, my only complaint is that they don't spend enough time on, although they kind of cram 2 classic albums in one. So there's a lot of tracks that don't get coverage on here, even in the extended features. But still, gotta have it. And then I hit the flea market and found a bunch of $2 Blu-rays, and could not resist getting all of these. Last Action Hero looks pretty good. I had to grab that. Then for some reason Mars was in the air. It was like a zeitgeist moment. I'd been talking about Mars stuff. I'd helped a friend of mine film a video on which he was, pretended to be on Mars, and then all of a sudden all these Mars movies showed up. So I had to get Red Planet. No brainer. This looks really good too. And John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars, which was originally supposed to be Escape from Mars, a Snake Plissken trapped on Mars film, but Snake Plissken kind of turned into Ice Cube, which happens sometimes. So yeah, really interesting score on here too, with like Anthrax and stuff doing guitar work with John Carpenter's score. So that was pretty fun. Speaking of John Carpenter, I had to pick this up for $2. Even though I have the 30 billionth anniversary edition with the digibook and everything. But Halloween, this was the older Anchor-based Stars release, but this has the commentary track from the Criterion Collection Laserdisc with John Carpenter, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Deborah Hill, and the Halloween A Cut Above the Rest featurette, a couple TV spots, radio spots, etc. Still looks good. This is a very controversial film with the different color timings between various releases, and nobody can really agree on what the film was supposed to look like, but someday they'll get it right. We'll see. But I had to pick that up. And just for fun, the extended edition of Date Night. Figured I'd pick that up as well. Then hit Newberry Comics a couple times, grabbed a few other things. I still had not seen this, so I figured I'd grab it just to complete my Marvel collection. The Wolverine. I'll have to actually sit down with this. I heard Hugh Jackman saying he's finally bailing on playing the Wolverine. And I've been also slacking on picking this up for a while. Big fan of this film. I've got it on laserdisc. Fred Decker directed a classic called Night of the Creeps. And this is a director's cut. A lot of extras on here. Commentary track with the director. Another commentary track with the cast. Original ending, deleted scenes, and some featurettes, etc. So this is definitely doing a lot of fan service. Very cool stuff. Also, when I was at the flea market, I picked up something I was looking for quite some time, or didn't even think I'd find. But a long time ago, I had picked up this cool, I believe it's McFarlane Figures, Evil Ash figurine from Army of Darkness. And it was part of the Movie Maniac series. And he's been standing alone, all sad, on top of one of my media cabinets for a while. But then I was looking in the bin and found a Wicked Sheep. Good Ash. Yay. With a chainsaw and a boomstick. I think I left his boomstick downstairs. My bad. But yeah, so now I've got a Good Ash to go with my Evil Ash. And it comes with this kind of semi-cheesy Movie Maniacs thing with the poster art. Don't really worry about that. I just want these guys to hang out and do deadly battle. Yeah. Anyways, I also got a cool little wall ornament that we'll go check out right now. So, I also picked up a poster from the flea market. Yes, Stallone and Snipes in Demolition Man. And I love the cover art of the Laserdisc, which is essentially the same poster art, so it was a no-brainer to pick up this poster. It was like $4. I saw it leaning up against a dude's car. It already had the frame. It's one of those pretty cheapy, plasticky ones you used to be able to get all the time at like Suncoast or whatever. But it's a nice little one-sheet, and I just wiped off all the dirt and dust from the flea market lot, and it came out pretty sweet. So, perfect for the workplace. Yeah. And thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed some of this nuttiness. I will do some reviews on some of these releases as well a little bit later, spotlight reviews, etc. So hope you guys are having a good time, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers. Bye. You should die. No, you should die. Stab. Chainsaw. You bought my Laserdisc and it came back warped. Yeah, well, you gave me a Blu-ray, and Laserdisc is better. No, it's not. Stab. Chainsaw.